everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, January 13th through Sunday, January 20th, 2019. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Power Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine for the main message for everyone, and your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Magical Messages from Your Fairies deck. So just a reminder that we are in a brand new year, and if you'd like to see the monthly angel card reading for the month of January, just please go onto my YouTube channel under Colleen Lemma, and you can see the big overview of what is all encompassing with this energy of this new year that we're in, and with all the eclipses and with the numerology vibration of this month. Okay, so let's take a look at your stones of choice before we start this reading. So your first stone of choice for this week is this beautiful raw Labradorite piece. Now this is a special Labradorite of mine that I actually meditate with quite frequently, and you can see those beautiful reflective blue colors, and sometimes there's green colors in the Labradorite. And this stone actually helps to connect you to our star brothers and sisters of the light. This is a stone of extraterrestrial origin, and connecting you with those other planetary systems and star beings to bring forth their messages of brotherhood and love of humanity, and how we can all move forward as a collective. It does have, even though it's a higher vibrational energy, which relates to the crown chakra and the downloading of that higher information and knowledge, it also has a very grounding effect because it is a gray stone. So it takes that energy and that information from the stars, and it helps to ground it into our third dimensional reality here on this earth. Okay, your second stone of choice is a beautiful crystal wand, and it might look like a clear quartz crystal, but it actually has the amethyst quality in it. It's got that very light purple, almost lavender energy in it. So this is an amethyst crystal wand. The amethyst is a crown chakra stone as well, opening us up to higher vision, claircognizance abilities, again, a download of information from God's source energy universe, from our angels and guides. Of course, with it being a wand, it has that wonderful focus or directive magical quality to it, where we can kind of focus our intentions in any particular way. The amethyst also has that energy of compassion and unconditional love, as well as being a stone that assists us with our dream time at night and remembering or recalling our dreams. And then your last stone of choice is this beautiful big carnelian heart. And carnelian relates to the sacral chakra, which is our chakra of creative self-expression and our chakra of passion. And this stone reminds me, actually, this particular carnelian stone reminds me of the heartbeat of Mother Earth. You know, it is a heart, and it just, you know, whenever I feel it or look at it or pick it up, it just reminds me of that kind of heartbeat of Mother Earth, or the chakra of Mother Earth, and her kind of creative kundalini kind of energy. And even though we think of kundalini as the base chakra, of course, the sacral chakra, which the stone relates to, is the chakra of sexuality. So it's that kundalini kind of rising and flowing, which is that creative energy from the universe. You know, and what we're creative with or passionate about doing, and something, you know, again, with this heart being something that we just really are emotionally connected to and love to do. All right, so again, your stones of choice are the raw piece of Labradorite, the amethyst crystal wand, or the carnelian heart. So let's start by talking about the astrology for this week, the 13th through the 20th of January. This first month of the year 2019, a powerful month, as we have already had Uranus turn back to direct motion. We've already had a new moon solar eclipse. This week, towards the end of the week, we have a full moon lunar eclipse, but we'll talk about that in a minute. The first few days of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's not a whole lot going on except for with the moon. The moon is always traveling through the signs of the zodiac. Every 2.5 days it changes signs and connects to different planets in their own signs. Now on Thursday, the moon in Gemini will actually connect with Venus, Neptune, and then Jupiter. And I feel like since most of the activity astrologically is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as we build up to that full moon lunar eclipse, I felt like I would include this Thursday activity with the moon because, again, the moon is our emotions, our feelings. It's in the logical, mental realm of Gemini, the sign that rules, thoughts and ideas and communications. And so, the moon is not as comfortable in Gemini just because of that fact, because the moon is all about nurturing and loving and feeling our feelings and being connected to our intuitive nature. And then, of course, Gemini comes in and wants to be very logical and very, sometimes third dimensional and analytical about things. And it's opposing Venus and Jupiter, both in Sagittarius. Now, Venus is the Venus is the planet of relationships as well as finances. She's in freedom-oriented Sagittarius right now. So, the divine feminine energy of Venus is just like breaking free, and she feels a lot better in this sign than she did in the sign of Scorpio, where she came out of not too long ago. That was more of a energy where we really did a lot of deep healing. If you remember that time, there was a lot of subconscious kind of shadow traits and things like that coming up about our sense of self-worthiness and how we valued ourselves. And now she's in this freedom-oriented or free spirit sign of Sagittarius, and she's much more creative and she's much more joyous and happy. And this can also be being a little bit too free with money and finances, or it can be about something unexpected, a blessing coming in, financially speaking as well, while she traverses this sign. In relationships, she feels more independent and more free to be who she is. Now, Jupiter's in Sagittarius as well. And Jupiter, of course, went into Sagittarius the fall of 2018 and will be there until late fall of 2019. Jupiter is about our belief systems. It's about expansion. It's about prosperity and abundance and good luck, as long as we keep our thoughts and our mind focused on the positive. Whatever we, focus our intentions on, or wherever our thoughts are, we're going to expand into that direction. So here with the moon in Gemini opposing Venus and Jupiter, by the way, Jupiter is called the Great Benefic, being the planet of blessings, and Venus is called the Lesser Benefic, also a planet of blessings. And so I feel like there could be something really good that is happening on or around Thursday because of that beneficial influence of Venus and Jupiter. It could bring some sort of unexpected blessing, some good luck, some promotion, some monetary gift, some support from someone else. Perhaps we're learning something new. Gemini and Sagittarius, where those planets are, do like to gain information, gather information, learn things, take classes, read books, etc. The only thing here is that the moon is in a challenging aspect to Neptune on the same day. So this can be being a little bit too emotionally sensitive in some way. This could be being confused about how we feel about something. The moon in Gemini already might have that logic versus the heart kind of thing going on, and then it squares or challenges Neptune, which just brings in a little bit more confusion or elusiveness or not being grounded or not feeling or seeing something clearly. But if you have faith and you have trust, like Neptune asks us to, have faith, have trust, surrender to the divine, then that opposition to Venus and Jupiter can really just magically, I feel, create some blessings in our lives. On Friday is a big day, Friday the 18th, we have 3 things going on. Venus, which we have already been talking about in Sagittarius, is making a positive connection to Mars in Aries. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Aries is a fire sign. That energy likes to be fast moving. Mars is a planet of forward movement, energy, and action. He's the warrior planet. So while he's in Aries right now anyway through this whole month of January, he wants to move fast, he wants to plow ahead, he wants to just make things happen. And with Venus, that beneficial planet, that beneficial energy of planet Venus, in that expansive sign of Sagittarius, making a positive connection to Mars in Aries, I just feel like, again, there's blessings here that are happening. Now, Venus rules the divine feminine, Mars rules the divine masculine. There could be something very good happening in a relationship. This could be a romantic relationship. It could even be a business or friendship type of relationship as well. Or you could be meeting somebody new, again, whether it be romantically, business, or otherwise. There could be a meeting here of new people with the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together in a positive way. Also on Friday, Mercury, the planet that rules the mind, the mental realm, our thoughts, our ideas, our communications. Right now, Mercury is in Capricorn, which is more goal-oriented and ambitious, rules our career path, our destiny path. He's coming into connection with Pluto. Pluto, strong, powerful Pluto, ruler of the underworld, ruler of the shadow side, ruler of things unseen, ruler of death and rebirth. But I feel like this is a good combination with Mercury connecting with Pluto, because we'll be able to see the deeper meaning about things. We'll be able to understand things on a deeper level. We'll be able to communicate what we think on a deeper level with other people. We might have some very transformative ideas that comes in, or again, transformative communication with people that we're around. The only snag here on Friday is that the Sun is in a challenging aspect to Uranus. Now, the Sun is also in Capricorn right now, again, kind of fueling that career, life path, destiny path. What are my goals? Working towards my goals, step by step towards of energy, with both Mercury and Capricorn being in that sign. But Mercury is going to come into a challenging square aspect with Uranus, who just recently turned back to direct motion in the first week of January. So he's still moving slowly. He's still at the same degree, 28 degrees of Aries. And the Sun kind of squaring that means there could be something unexpected happening. There could be a sudden and unexpected event. The Sun does rule our personality. It rules where we shine our light. And again, right now we're shining our light on our goals and maybe perhaps on our career or life path in some way. With Uranus, expect the unexpected. And even though it's a challenging aspect, this could still bring about something good potentially. Now, from the beginning, because Uranus can bring something very sudden and unexpected or out of the blue, it might just maybe alarm us a little bit or knock us off our center or be like, oh, I don't know if this is good or not. But in reality, again, this could be a very positive and good change. It could be redirecting us on our career path or destiny path in some way. It could be, again, a meeting of someone new. It could be shifting our perspective or shifting our movement. We could be working maybe on one project or one thing or towards a certain goal, and maybe all of a sudden Uranus comes in and says, nope, we got to move over here. We got to shift our perspective or move in this direction instead. So there could be some sort of surprises happening, but they don't necessarily have to be negative surprises. On Sunday, the 20th, the Sun now moves out of Capricorn and into the sign of Aquarius for the next month. And so now we have more of a humanitarian energy. Aquarius rules kind of that future humanitarian, let's be on the same page, brotherhood, sisterhood kind of energy. It rules higher vibrational energy, energy from the cosmos, energy of groups, networking with other people of like mind or connecting with people of like mind. And it does rule scientific breakthroughs as well, things about science. Astrology is actually also ruled by Aquarius. So, that's considered a science as well. So there could be some new breakthroughs scientifically or in regards to communication, because Aquarius is an air sign, which rules all forms of thought and communication as well. Also on Sunday the 20th, Venus has now moved on to challenge Neptune. So, she's kind of been in the mix here Thursday, Friday, and now into Sunday. Now, Venus being about relationships, when she's with Neptune, whether it's a positive or a not so positive, in this case a challenging aspect, it still could be about romance in some way. It could be about, again, meeting somebody new, or it could be just being totally in love and just seeing the best qualities, of that person that we're with. Sometimes it's about wearing rose-colored glasses, especially when it's a challenging aspect with Neptune. So in this case, we could be wearing rose-colored glasses about a person or a situation. We You know, we feel that romantic, spiritual love. And, you know, again, that's not all bad. Even if we're wearing a little bit of rose-colored glasses, to see the best in someone, to see and have unconditional love for someone is actually a very beautiful thing. Now, it does also, though, bring in the thought that if you're making a decision about a relationship or within a relationship, you might want to wait until this transit is passed in another couple of days before making that very solid or focused decision on the matter. Now, Venus also rules finances, and this challenge to Neptune could be, you know, money going out, or it potentially could be money coming in, but more than likely there's money that is going out somewhere, or maybe we don't know where the money went. Maybe somehow money seems to have disappeared and we don't know what we spent it on, or some sort of a goal or project or circumstance in our life has kind of usurped our resources in some way. This could also be about how we value ourselves and not seeing ourselves very clearly, because Venus rules our sense of self-value or self-worth. So we could be questioning that as well. Now, on Sunday or Monday, depending on what part of the world you're in, we have our full moon lunar eclipse at 0 degrees of Leo. Okay, this is the first degree of the sign of Leo, meaning the sun is at 0 degrees of Aquarius, the moon is at 0 degrees of Leo, the opposite sign. And again, full moons are about energy of completion. And the lunar eclipse makes that even stronger and longer lasting, as I've been talking about in the monthly video, in my soul reflections video, that, you know, these eclipses don't just last from one new moon to the next, or from one full moon to the next full moon cycle. It actually lasts at least until the next set of eclipses, which in this case is going to be July of 2019. So whatever endings and new beginnings have been initiated by these eclipses, the solar eclipse the first week of January, now this full moon lunar eclipse, you're going to see the unfolding of events, the unfolding of your plans, the unfolding of energies over the next few weeks and potentially even next few months. Also, a heads up, even though this will be for next week's weekly reading, on Monday, Mars is going to be challenging Saturn. So we're already going to be feeling this Sunday, which is part of this week's video, which is why I bring it up. Mars is about forward movement. Saturn can be about limitation or restriction or patience. In this case, it's a challenging connection, so I just want to say quickly, and we'll talk about it more next week, but have some patience with the unfolding of things, okay? It means maybe you need to surrender a little bit and not push so hard as we're nearing here the end of the week. But things are definitely moving, things are changing, and you just have to kind of allow at times for things to unfold while you're coupling that with taking action on certain things. So that was a lot astrologically. Let's go ahead and get to the cards, because I want to make sure we get through all of them. As you can see, rather than 3 cards, I actually have 5 cards here. 2 cards came out for card number 1, 2 cards came out for card number 3. Let's look at the first of the first 2 cards. This is the 10 of Ariel. Now in the traditional tarot, this is like the 10 of discs or the 10 of earth, which is actually a very positive card. Of course, the 10 is the number of completion, and that full moon lunar eclipse is about completion on some level. The message at the bottom says, there is so very much to be grateful for: financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So this is a positive card. I don't know so much about what's written necessarily on the bottom, but intuitively I feel like, again, we're coming into a time of completion on the material plane. This is an earth card. So it rules, you know, money, finances, career, life path, goals, things that are tangible that we're involved in or working on. So there's a completion that's coming, or we're, you know, transitioning from the completion of one thing or an old thing that's falling away and getting ready for a new beginning, or turning into a new direction, or focusing our energies in a different way. And this is about blessings. You know, this is about 2 groups of people that are supporting you, or you could even say family. Some sort of family may be supporting you in some way, maybe financially. Maybe they're just supporting you with your ideas and where you want to go next, or where you want to move, whether it's figuratively or literally moving. But this is, to me, a card of many blessings. We have lovely trees in the background. We've got people connecting and talking. That's part of the networking going on. But let's take a look at the next card, because that might help to tie in with that 10 of Ariel. Okay, so we have a major arcana number 4, the Emperor with Archangel Uriel. And before I even look at what the message at the bottom is, what I heard my angels and guides saying is there's order and chaos. And, the Emperor is a very stable, grounded influence, but Archangel Uriel kind of is that archangel. Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, and in the midst of doing my video, the video just kind of shut off, and rather than redoing the video, the full 20 minutes that had already recorded, I decided to pick back up in a secondary video. Now, I noticed that I was just turning over the Emperor card here when the video went up. So this is where we're going to pick up. And I think I had just said that Major Arcana number 4, the Emperor with Archangel Uriel, that the first message that I heard was that there's stability within chaos. And, this card, the Emperor, is about structure. It's about building a solid foundation. Archangel Uriel, though, really deals with kind of opening your crown chakra up to higher dimensional energies and ideas and thoughts and things just kind of being downloaded, kind of with flashes of insight. And so this is why I felt like here we were working on the idea with all this eclipse energy that we have going on, that we're finding order within the chaos that's happening. The eclipses are bringing changes and redirections into our lives. And with the Emperor, we're trying to, again, have a focus to build a sense of security, to build a new foundation for ourselves. So kind of go with the flow and work with that sense of focused stability, but not kind of choking down the idea of change. So with all the chaos that's going on, know that there's a reason behind it. There's an unfolding, there's a divine kind of timing, there's a divine unfolding in the events that are happening. Now the message at the bottom says stability and efficiency, taking charge of the situation and ambitious plans. So here, taking charge of the situation, we're needing to really take action on our divine insights that Archangel Uriel is giving us, those flashes of ideas, those creative moments that we have. Really take action on those. Be a leader. Take charge of your destiny to move forward, to build and create the stability that you want. So here we're kind of marrying, if you will, third dimensional energies, which is the Emperor, with higher dimensional energies, which can be, again, that Archangel Uriel and opening up your crown chakra. Now, this is helping to bring a stability and a form and a sense of, again, building something new with all these blessings that are coming in. So work with that blessing energy. Let's take a look at the next card here as we move forward in this week. Wow, another major arcana. This is major arcana 2, the High Priestess with Archangel Haniel. Now, the High Priestess, to me, is really reflecting that idea of Mercury conjuncting Pluto on Friday. The deep insights, the deep communications that we're having, the self-reflective qualities that we're experiencing with some of the thoughts that are coming in. Now, the message at the bottom of the High Priestess says, powerful psychic insights. It says, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information, and be at peace. Now, this number 2 is about balance. So we're definitely needing, again, with all of the eclipse energies, Uranus turning direct earlier in the month, we're needing to attain a sense of balance emotionally, mentally, as well as spiritually, perhaps even physically with some of the events unfolding, some of the changes that are occurring, some of the redirections that are happening. We're needing to attain that balance as we tune in to our higher soul self, as we tune into our angels and guides, as we call in Archangel Haniel to provide us with that deep, again, awareness of where we're to go next, and to call on the power. This is about divine feminine power, the High Priestess, and the number 2 is a very feminine number. So we're calling in that power of the priestess energies within all of us, whether you're male or female, and we're really needing to tap into our spiritual abilities, our intuitive abilities, and kind of glean forth, if you will, the messages of what's the next step, or what decision do I make, or where do I go next, as well as kind of owning your power. To me, the High Priestess is also really owning her power as that priestess to create her own reality as she moves forward. Okay, so we have a very feminine influence here with the High Priestess, coupled with a very, again, divine masculine influence of the Emperor here. So again, attaining that sense of balance between action, which is the masculine, and going with the flow and allowing and surrendering, which is the divine feminine. Let's take a look at the next card here. And the next card is the Eight of Raphael, which is the Eight of Cups in the traditional tarot. And the message at the bottom of this card says, there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, and a spiritual quest. Now, the Eight of Cups is often about something that's disempowering you. The number 8 is really about, about power, about owning your power. But here with the Eight of Raphael, the Eight of Cups, it's often depicted as it is here, this woman, she's got her back to us, so we can't really see the expression on her face, but she's just standing still, almost as if she's in contemplation of what to do next and where to go next. She's getting ready to cross a bridge, and that's symbolic. You are all probably getting ready to cross a bridge here, to go in a new direction or to take a new path. Some of that might be of your own volition, that you're making those decisions. Others of you, perhaps, the situations and circumstances of the universe is coming in to kind of redirect and guide you in a different way. But know that there's something better waiting, whether you're taking action to make the change or whether you're surrendering to the change, that there's something better that's waiting for you on the other side of that bridge. And again, with all of the information so far that we've had here, there's blessings on the way, there's support given to you, we're building a new foundation, there's order and chaos, balancing, tapping into your higher soul guidance, your angels and guides guidance. And this is about releasing something from the past. The Eight of Cups can feel like you're very sad or upset or frustrated or depressed emotionally about something, or that you're losing something, when in fact you're empowering yourself to move in a different direction, to cross that bridge and move towards something that's better, that's brighter, that's more joyous, that's more abundant and prosperous for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at the last card here and wind up this week with the cards at least. Wow, okay, this is the World card, Major Arcana number 21, with Archangel Michael, the archangel that helps us to release the cords of the past, to pull or clear away lower vibrational energies, and that leads us to the next step on our highest and most important destiny path. This being the last of the major arcana means it's a time of completion. So it's not surprising that we have this card, because that full moon lunar eclipse on Sunday, Monday is a lunation cycle of completion, especially because it's an eclipse. Again, there's huge and dramatic endings and new beginnings that are taking place with the eclipses this month. And so with the World card here, it's just confirming that our soul's evolution and growth, or the circumstances or situations that we have been in, are coming to an end. They're coming to a completion so that a new beginning can occur. And the completion isn't always, from our perspective, bad or negative. Sometimes it's like the end of an old way, the end of an old pattern. You're getting ready to take a new job or start a new career, or you're having your first child, or you're getting married, or perhaps you're moving across the country. All of these can be very wonderful, exciting new beginnings, which means there was a completion right before that new beginning is to occur. And that completion, again, it's partly our perspective on how we want to look at that completion. So to me, this is a very powerful and positive reading. Just know that there's things or energies or thoughts or belief systems, perhaps even relationships in some way, shape, or form, patterns within relationships that are being left behind, so that we can move towards a new and brighter future. Okay, and again, those endings and new beginnings will continue to unfold for us over the next few weeks and even few months with that eclipse energy. So let's take a look at your special message card depending on your stone of choice. And again, we have the magical messages from the fairies. I don't think we've used this for a while. And for those of you that chose the Labradorite, I'm just going to shuffle these a little bit here. And this one to me is calling my attention for Labradorite people. spiritual teacher is your message. And it says, your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. So this can be about you setting forth on a new path. Maybe you're changing directions. Maybe you're changing careers. Maybe you're starting a new business. In some way, shape, or form, you're here to kind of teach or guide or educate other people. Now, this can be formally through, doing online classes or teaching workshops. This could be what I might term informally as like writing blogs or writing a book or disseminating information on your website. This could just be sharing insights and your belief systems with people, your ideas with people. And it can be, again, within small group settings that maybe are not even formal. Maybe it's not a class situation. Maybe it's a support group situation, a gathering of like minds. But this is about you sharing your thoughts, your ideas, your information with other people. You can see this wonderful fairy is surrounded by a lot of these nature animals, here, and they're listening very intently. So whatever it is that you have to communicate, other people will listen. And maybe it's just you being you and, emanating the best you that you have inside of you. And in that way, other people are learning from your example. Higher vibrational color, that purple comes in. Obviously, the card is purple. I feel like opening yourself up during this full moon lunar eclipse, asking for higher vibrational guidance to come through your crown chakra and kind of download you with some higher information to set you, I guess, on course or on the right path, or to help you make decisions. That would be very helpful for you at this time. Again, gathering with people of like mind, maybe joining a group, finding new friends or contacts, networking with others is also indicated here. All right, and then for those of you that chose the Amethyst quartz wand, let's give this a little shuffle here. Okay, that one was going to fall, so I'm going to grab that from the bottom. This says, ask for what you want. And the message at the bottom says, let the universe and other people know what you need. So, if you haven't already done the new moon solar eclipse intentions or the new year's intentions, I want to say it's still not too late. I would say go ahead and do that as we're leading up to the full moon lunar eclipse. It's the most powerful energy is when that moon is growing and coming to its fullness. After the full moon lunar eclipse, the moon is waning, and that's when the completion phase starts. But until that completion phase starts, we have a very powerful energy that's building. So tell the universe, and even tell other people, what it is that you want. And they're saying the first thing you have to do is figure out what it is that you want. So you have to be sure within yourself of what direction you want to go in. What do you want to create? What do you want to manifest? What new beginnings do you want to have in your life? And then put that out to the universe. Write them down, speak them out loud right before the full moon. Set those intentions if you haven't done that already, or reiterate your new moon solar eclipse intentions. And be very, very much, to me, we have a little child fairy here. So be very much like the innocence of a child, to where you're not trying to put too many details or demands on what it is that you would like or intend for or want to create in your life. You're really here being kind of open like a child is to whatever unfolds or however that might look, and just saying, I'd really like this in general, and just, if you, bring it to me in the way that's best for my highest intention, something like that, to where you're just being open to the process and being open how it unfolds, being open to how it might look, and allowing the universe to kind of surprise you in a way of how that might be or how that might look, what it is that you intend. Okay, but definitely, ask or verbalize what it is that you desire. And then for those of you that chose the Carnelian heart, let's give this a little bit of a shuffle. And this one keeps calling my attention. So Carnelian heart people. Ooh, holiday. Okay. The message says, the answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation, a retreat, or a holiday getaway. Now, besides what it says at the bottom, this can also be just about, some sort of energy unfolding, or something starting to manifest for you on or around a holiday. like here in the United States, or maybe all around the world. I don't even know if Valentine's Day necessarily is a thing. And it's just kind of a made-up holiday, but that's just an example. Like we've already had some of the major holidays come and go, and it could be that, we're talking about next Thanksgiving, next Christmas, next New Year's Eve, as to when things will really start to ramp up and unfold for you. But it could be, again, some of these holidays that are coming up, whether it be Valentine's Day, whether it be Easter, whether it be the 4th of July, or your birthday too, to me is considered a holiday. So on or around your birthday, to me, is a time when something can start to occur, something can start to shift, something can start to manifest for you. Now, this is also, to me, about going on, again, as it says, a vacation, a retreat, having a celebration of sorts. And the celebration can be right in your own backyard. It can be right where you're at. But this is about having fun. It's about enjoying yourself, enjoying life. Go where you want to go. You do what you want to do. Feel free, feel alive. And, really allow that energy to take place that brings you into that state of joy. It's going to be the state of joy that helps you to expand in this year. This year, 2019, is a year of expansion. That idea of joy and happiness and being playful and traveling or creating, that is what is going to allow for the manifestations of the blessings to take place in your life. So there's, again, and a holiday too, this can be a significant date just for you, like perhaps a significant date of something that occurred personally for you or in your family. That could be a time period as well that something significant occurs, they're saying. So I hope you've all liked this weekly angel card reading, a very important week with the lunar eclipse, and of course, almost winding up a very important month with a lot of important happenings. So I send you lots of love and light and many, 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 many angel blessings until we come together again next week, everyone.